Good, happy Wednesday morning, June 30th, 2021, the last day of June. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday morning, so let's get started. First up, firefighters battle heat flames at structure fire in Hampstead. Heat, humidity impacting crews. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
Roll with us and get a $2,500 signing bonus. McLean Concord has immediate warehouse positions open. Starting pay up to $18 per hour. Walk-ins are welcome every Tuesday. McLean Concord. Apply today. McLean is an equal opportunity employer.
At the hottest point of a sweltering day, flames shot through the roof of a townhome on Norfolk Street in Hampstead, quickly starting to spread to the row of attached homes. 4 in total evacuated, while firefighters went to work under the blazing sun and intense temperatures. Towns from across southern New Hampshire rushed to the scene to help. John Hubbard lives in Hampstead and started taking photographs as the fire progressed and the heat took its toll.
A lot of guys were on their hands and knees, clearly wiped out from the heat, both from the day, their hot, heavy equipment, and also just from battling a fire.
As firefighters rotated due to the intense heat, they were checked by first responders, and neighbors jumped in to shuttle water and ice to them.
You could see people were going to like Don's Market down the street, and pretty much anywhere that ice and water were available. One of the photos I have, I didn't catch their name, but they had a whole wagon dragging ice and water for the firemen.
The fire was brought under control and crews started leaving the scene around 9 o'clock. Gene Mackin, WMUR News.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Demand for air conditioning units skyrockets in high heat humidity. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Come see Darla and Hildy at Clark's Bears in Lincoln, New Hampshire. Visit clarksbears.com to reserve your tickets today.
This is our second heat wave this summer, and the demand is just so much larger than usual.
Colleen Gosselin says from the moment she walks into her Candia business, the phones at Patriot Heating and Cooling are ringing nonstop.
With this amount of heat, a unit that is stressed or older, or maybe a part that was on the verge of failure, this heat will push that into failure. So we're having a lot of emergencies.
Demand for new air conditioning units is also heating up.
It's been nonstop. No days off.
AJ LeBlanc Heating and Air Conditioning is booked until late September, and that's just for new installs. When it comes to repairs,
On-call is insane right now. We'll have to write down our calls as the day goes on because we'll have 20 people waiting in line before we can get to them.
but supply chain issues are impacting this industry too, causing some delays and pushing up prices.
The cost, just like everywhere else in construction, lumber, sheet metal, copper, all of those prices are inching up and making the cost a little higher than usual.
With many still working from home in the midst of the pandemic and recent record-breaking heat.
I think definitely, since a lot of people are home a lot more, everybody's working from home, they're noticing things that they haven't before, they want to be more comfortable.
Patriot Heating and Cooling says they are booked about 3 weeks out, but always save space for emergencies and those with health issues.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire health officials praise progress against COVID-19, says there's more to do. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Golden Corral in Manchester is open and now offers a weekend breakfast buffet. Come on in for a safe, comfortable, customer-friendly experience featuring a delicious, fresh, all-you-can-eat buffet of homemade.
Roll with us and get a $2,500 signing bonus. McLean Concord has immediate warehouse positions open. Starting pay up to $18 per hour. Walk-ins are welcome every Tuesday. McLean Concord. Apply today. McLean is an equal opportunity employer.
9 of New Hampshire's counties are considered to have minimal transmission of COVID-19. Spread in Sullivan County is considered moderate. Still a significant moment reached in New Hampshire's long battle with the virus.
This is great news that we've continued to have declining cases of COVID-19 in our state.
Dr. Beth Daly, chief of the Bureau of Infectious Disease Control, says the state's daily case numbers are hovering right around 20, and we could see those numbers drop even further this summer.
We know that the vaccines have had a tremendous impact on our COVID-19 rates here in New Hampshire. Our COVID cases started declining very shortly after we started having those first individuals who were considered fully vaccinated.
Hospitals are also seeing some relief, including the Elliott in Manchester, which currently has no COVID patients.
We really have seen that as a trend for us over the past couple of weeks, with really between 0 and 1 admitted to the hospital at any given time.
Although all of this is encouraging news, health officials say the risk from COVID-19 isn't completely eliminated.
And we're doing everything we can as a state to make those vaccines available to people wherever they happen to be, because I think that's really going to be really pivotal as we get into those cold winter months, making sure that we have as many patients or people protected as we possibly can.
And with hospitals seeing some relief from COVID-19, they're now shifting their focus to elective surgeries and procedures that were put on hold so they could respond to the pandemic. Reporting live tonight, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations up slightly. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Golden Corral in Manchester is open and now offers a weekend breakfast buffet. Come on in for a safe, comfortable, customer-friendly experience featuring a delicious, fresh, all-you-can-eat buffet of homemade favorites. Golden Corral at the shops at South Willow in Manchester, the only one for everyone.
Turning to the pandemic tonight, there are 30 new cases of COVID-19 in New Hampshire. Active cases going up slightly to 160, and current hospitalizations stand now at 17. No new deaths to report, and the test positivity rate is now below 1%. But just one day after seeing the entire state at minimal transmission of COVID-19 tonight, Sullivan County is back at the moderate level.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Ten members of Governor's Diversity Panel resign in protest in controversial budget policy provision. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Roll with us and get a $2,500 signing bonus. McLean Concord has immediate warehouse positions open. Starting pay up to $18 per hour. Walk-ins are welcome every Tuesday. McLean Concord. Apply today. McLean is an equal opportunity employer.
New bill simply says we have strong rules and regulations around discrimination.
That bill includes a provision that bans the teaching or training about certain concepts like someone is inherently racist or sexist consciously or unconsciously. It applies to public workplaces and education. But the 10 appointed members who walked out today think that language will censor conversations and run counter to combating racism and discrimination.
I know the doors have been shut. You know, I work in education, and talking to teachers, they don't know what to say.
The chair of the council is staying put and stands by the governor.
They did collectively what they thought they needed to do to move their beliefs forward.
ACLU Executive Director Devin Chafee says they were brought in late, but is adamant that the newly signed legislation is problematic.
I think we're already seeing the impact that it's having on schools and on other individuals that are affected by the language.
There was no appetite to have that moment where we could come together and really do what's best for all people in New Hampshire, not just for some people.
The governor thinks this is the result of misinformation.
You can't just claim racism, you can't just make blanket statements, but you can talk about the things that got us here. You can talk about implicit bias, you can talk about those things that we have to understand as a community. You just can't discriminate on them.
7 members, all state employees, remain on the council, and the governor says he is now rebuilding. Reporting live, Amy Cavino, WMUR News.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Fight against highly contagious COVID-19 Delta variant. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Movie night.
Should have been watching this film instead.
Tell me something I don't know.
With your farmer's policy per guaranteed replacement cost, your home can be rebuilt regardless of your limits.
That's really something.
Get a whole lot of something with farmer's policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The coronavirus tonight as that highly contagious Delta variant spreads across the country. Los Angeles now recommending masks in public indoor spaces, even for people who are vaccinated. Encouraging news from a preliminary study of the Moderna vaccine finding it is effective against the Delta variant and several others. Tonight, 179 million have had at least one dose of a vaccine. That's 63% of people 12 years old and older. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Tonight, with mounting concern over the highly contagious Delta variant, Los Angeles County now urging its 10 million residents to once again wear masks in indoor public spaces, vaccinated or not.
I did take off my mask a couple weeks ago, but now with the new variant coming out, I'm hearing of people getting COVID again, and I'm getting a little bit nervous.
The highly contagious Delta variant now making up half the new cases sequenced in LA County. Dr. Anthony Fauci saying the CDC is not changing its mask recommendations because the vaccines appear to work against the Delta variant.
They may understandably feel that they want that extra degree of precaution, and that is just fine. But the overall countrywide recommendation of the CDC has not changed. We're going to monitor the variant very carefully, as we do literally on a daily basis, to see if things change.
Tonight, there is more promising news. The vaccine works against variants. Early data from Moderna shows the vaccine is likely to hold up against variants of concern, including the Delta variant, now in 49 states. An outbreak at an Illinois church teen summer camp is now linked to nearly 100 cases of the virus. Officials say the camp did not check the vaccination status, and masks were not required indoors. Meantime, Texas Children's Hospital is tracking more cases of the Delta variant in children under 12 who cannot yet get the vaccine. To protect them, doctors say it is critical that everyone else is fully vaccinated.
This Delta variant is especially adept at infecting partially vaccinated individuals. So those adults and adolescents who may think that one shot out of 2 is enough, think again.
Very clear guidance there. Marcus Moore joins us now. And Marcus, cases of the coronavirus are averaging just over 10,000 a day. And that's the threshold that health officials said that we needed to reach to get a handle on the virus. But some states are no longer reporting daily cases.
Lindsay, that's right. ABC News surveyed state dashboards and found that at least 24 states are now opting to no longer offer daily updates on the virus. And that is concerning to experts who are tracking the spread of COVID-19, especially in light of this new, more contagious Delta variant. Lindsay.
Marcus, thank you.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.